Hi there, I'm Amanda from BalletPro, and today I'm going to talk to you about sewing ribbon on your pointe shoes. We use a method of sewing ribbon that's possibly a little bit different to everyone else's, but I think it makes the shoes much more secure on your foot. It makes the ribbon work with your foot and with the shoe together and doesn't demand brilliant sewing skills, which is always a good thing. So you should buy ribbon in no less than 2.5 or 2.6 meter lengths per pair of shoes. If you've got really slim ankles, you could possibly get away with a little bit less. If your ankles are really sort of strong and well developed and muscly and a little bit bigger, you might need a bit longer because it's important to have the right length. The Tendu pointe shoe ribbon that I'm going to use today is sold in 2.6 meter lengths, and it comes cut into two already, and the edges of the ribbon are nicely sealed so that they don't fray at all, so you don't need to do anything extra to seal them. So what you're going to do, you've got your two pieces of ribbon now, okay, one for each shoe. Now don't go cutting them in half, that's not what you need to do. So you're going to leave the ribbon whole, and you're going to use one piece for each shoe. Now, what you have to do first is take your pointe shoe, fold it forward like that, so that it looks like that, and you've created a sort of V shape there, okay? It's not folded completely tight down, it's probably just got a tiny little bit of give. So you've got your two V-shaped bits like that. Take a ballpoint pen and stick it into the creases so that you draw along the fold like that, and do it on the other side. You put it into the corner of the shoe and draw along your fold. Then when you fold the shoe open like this, you can see you've got two lines. Can you see that? Today I'm demonstrating to you on an R-class shoe. It's a beautiful pointe shoe. I'm going to just take this little sticker off for now and put it here so that we can see what we're doing. So you can see you've got these two lines, okay? Now your ribbon is actually going to be sewn in front of these lines. If we just turn the shoe back like that, you can see we've got the two lines there, okay? So we're going to leave the ribbon whole, and we're going to fold it in half and place the center part of the ribbon on the center seam and in front of this line here, okay? So there's the line, there's the line, and you're placing it in front of the ribbon, in front of the line, and you're doing that on both sides like that. So your ribbon is placed, there's the line there, and the ribbon is placed in front. You're going to leave this ribbon whole, and you're going to sew all the way up and down around the ribbon. Okay, now sometimes it's quite helpful to use a little ball like this, a tennis ball, or this is actually a massage ball. You just pop it into the heel piece like that, and that just helps hold it for you while you sew. Okay, so the thing to remember is center of the ribbon on the center seam and placed in front of this line like that, and we're going to sew the ribbon all the way up and down. Okay, so I'm going to quickly sew this and we'll be back in a second. Okay, so we finished sewing our ribbon onto our pointe shoes, and you can see the ribbon has been left into one complete piece, and I've sewed it in front of the lines and all the way around. Now, as you can see, neat sewing is not my forte, and it really doesn't matter as long as it's secure. But the good thing about this method of sewing ribbon is that your foot actually helps to hold the ribbon in place in the shoe, because when you turn it the right way around, like that, you can see that you will actually be standing on the ribbon, and so your foot holds the ribbon in place while the ribbon holds the shoe. Now you can see in some parts I've come through to the outside of the satin. That absolutely doesn't matter at all, it's just more secure, and you really won't notice it at all, especially if you use the right colour thread from the little sewing kit. Now, because we drew those lines in the creases and placed the ribbon in front, the ribbon is actually now coming at the right angle from the shoe to then be tied securely on your shoe. You can see in this part of the shoe at the back, you obviously, it's more tricky to sew in that part. I was able to sew neatly here, but in this part it was a bit more tricky. Don't worry about that, it doesn't matter. I just did some long stitches to get me past that bit, and then I carried on sewing here. But the point is that when you leave the ribbon whole like this as one piece rather than cutting it into two pieces, it's just that much more secure and holds the foot more securely and the shoe more securely, because we believe in point shoe fitting that the ribbon is actually, and the heel piece of the shoe is one of the major parts where the shoe should be secure. Obviously, if you don't feel secure enough with just ribbon, you can also add some elastic to the shoe, and we'll demonstrate that at a later stage. Remember, when you then go to tie your ribbon, that you always tie the inside ribbon around the leg first and then the outside ribbon, because point shoes always want to swivel off to the outside. So if you make the inside one nice and tight, that'll hold it. Okay, so basically all you have to remember is fold the ribbon in half, place it in front of the line that you drew, and sew it all the way around, and you're done. Easy peasy. I hope you find that helpful, and let us know if you have any questions.